Hi, it's Lisa Rangel with Chameleon Resumes, the premier executive resume writing company. And thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we're going to talk about 4 new elements that are now being included in executive resumes for 2020. And you're going to want to include these 4 elements into your senior professional or executive resume, depending on the level you're at, because these 4 elements, these new elements, will set you apart from your competitors going for the same job. Let's face it, at the level you're at, when you're competing against other candidates, chances are most of you competing for this job that you want are relatively qualified, if not even overqualified. So it's not about who is the most qualified in many cases when you're applying for and competing for senior level, executive and professional level positions. It's really about who effectively communicates. That's kind of funny that I stumbled there. Who effectively communicates their wins, their achievements, their ability to convey their message to the hiring manager who wants to set the interview up most effectively, and that's who lands the interview. So I want you to include these 4 new elements. So first, you need to include marketing elements into your resume. And by that, I mean, I'm not saying you need to be a CMO or, a marketing director, or you don't need, this is not about you going for a marketing role. What this is about is whether you are a CFO, a VP of IT, whatever position you're going for, that you include elements of marketing in your resume. And there's the reason being is resume is essentially a marketing document. So you need to catch the reader's eye with a summary and a title over that summary, indicating the job that you're going for. Focus on the top third of the resume in order to grab the attention of the reader, so they're incentivized to keep reading your resume, which ultimately leads to a phone call when they see everything that you bring to the table, and they're going to want to explore more with face-to-face conversation. So the first new element is to use marketing techniques in your resume, especially focusing on that top third of the resume. The second element that I want you to use in your resume is I want you to provide examples of how you attracted and developed talent within your organizations, within your past employers. So it's not just about what you've accomplished, but it's about what your team has accomplished. And most importantly, you want to show that you can attract top talent and you have developed top talent. Whether it's examples of individuals that you've mentored, whether it's examples of individuals that have gone on to be promoted within your organizations, your prior employers. You want to show that you are able to attract and develop top talent for your resume now in 2020. That's key. The third element that I want you to include is I want you to focus on recent, relevant achievements. I don't want you to focus on your seniority. And this is really, to me, the key tactic in battling what most perceive as ageism. If you're concerned about age in getting hired and in applying for positions, don't lead with age. Lead with your most recent and relevant achievements that are pertinent to the job that you're applying for. Again, don't lead with age. Don't focus on seniority. Nobody cares that you have over 30 years of experience if they don't know what you've done recently is relevant to what they need. So, this isn't a history lesson. This is a marketing document. So focus on what you bring to the table that is recent, that is relevant to what your target employer seeks. And I'm telling you, that's going to rise your resume to the top of the pile. And the fourth element that I want you to include in your resume is I want you to show that you are able to spot and capitalize on trends in your industry and or in your profession. Companies want to hire leaders. We are in some tumultuous times, whether the ups are really high or the downs are really low. We're seeing some waves in the last few years, and I think we're going to see some waves in the years to come. And companies want to hire individuals that are able to weather those storms and lead teams through those storms, and want to be able to capitalize on trends that are happening within their profession or their industry whether things are going well or whether things aren't going well, especially if things aren't going well, because everyone looks good when things are going well. Those that can look good when things are challenging, those are the ones that set themselves apart. So you want to show that you're able to weather that storm, and by spotting and capitalizing on trends within your profession and or your industry. So those are the 4 new elements that I want you to be able to include in your resume now in 2020. And if you want some visual examples of how to do this, I'm running a free training, and you can register for that training. If you scroll down into the description, you'll be able to register for that training, how to design your resume to land 6-figure job interviews. And this is going to be key information for you designing your executive resume or your senior professional resume in 2020. So again, scroll down into the description there, and you will see the link to register for my next free training, how to design your executive resume to land 6-figure job interviews. And we're going to do that to set you off in 2020 on the right track. So if you've enjoyed this video and you feel like someone can benefit from it, I'm going to ask you to like it. I'm going to ask you to share it. If you have any comments, feel free to, down below the description, to add your comment. I read and respond to every comment that's there. If you have any questions, you can email me at lr@chameleonresumes.com. I also read and reply to every email. And if you don't want to miss out on the next video, make sure you subscribe. So again, it's Lisa Rangel, Chameleon Resumes, and I look forward to seeing you on the free training. Don't forget to sign up for the free training down below in the description. Have a great day.